Hi everyone, I'm Pam and this is Elisa, and we are the founders of Restful Parenting. So at Restful Parenting, Elisa and I are both holistic infant and child sleep consultants as well as early childhood educators. We work with families from prenatal right through to school age, helping them learn everything they need to know about sleep. So the foundations for healthy sleep, teaching their little ones how to fall asleep on their own, and then sleeping through the night age appropriately.
So today we wanted to talk about how teaching independent sleep can help with overall sleep.
Yes.
We often have parents who come to us that are exhausted. Their babies are waking up several times a night. We're talking like sometimes, 10 times a night or
12 times a
something.
night, yes.
It doesn't have to be like that, but for a lot of families, their babies are waking up all throughout the night, or, you're rocking your baby or feeding your baby for like an hour. They're fighting sleep for the whole time. Finally, you get them to sleep and they sleep for 5 or 10 minutes. So, those are some of the sleep challenges that we have people come to us and they're experiencing those challenges. And what we always say is the one thing that really does help with all of that overall sleep is to teach your child how to fall asleep on their own in the first place.
It really does.
Rocking and feeding to sleep are fantastic if it is working for your family. We still work with you even if you do want to rock or feed your baby to sleep and you have no interest in teaching them to fall asleep on their own.
But want to kind of...
With a different outcome.
Yeah, just kind of more focusing on healthy sleep, maximizing that sleep, making sure they're getting the right amount of sleep. So that's kind of what we can do with our families that are still wanting to rock and nurse or bottle feed their little ones to sleep.
Yeah. But usually we get families who are ready to take that next step and teach their child how to fall asleep independently. And the reason why that can help with overall sleep is because when you rock your baby to sleep or feed your baby to sleep, when they wake up and stir throughout the night after a sleep cycle or two or, nap time, everyone wakes up and stirs a little bit, checks their surroundings. Yep. And if your baby is waking up partially and everything is very different than when they went to sleep in the first place, that's when they're going to wake up fully and expect and want you to come back need you to come back and recreate that very same environment to get them back to sleep. So, when they're waking up 10 times a night and they want you to go back in there and recreate that environment, it can get very exhausting for everyone, and then nobody's getting any sleep.
For me, 3 times a night killed me. So it doesn't have to be 10 times a night, but when I knew my little guys could do, 1 overnight feeding, when they were waking 2 or 3 or 4 times a night, that did me in.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Some parents can handle a little bit less sleep than others. Some parents need more sleep in order to really survive. But lack of sleep can cause so many different challenges for parents and for children. It can really contribute to postpartum mood disorders.
Absolutely.
It can just
strains
make you
in relationships.
Feel like,
there's so many things that lack of sleep, less patience, especially if you have older children, like less patience, less understanding, less desire to want to parent. I mean, I felt like some days, especially in those early days when my guys were little, there were days where I was like, that's it, I'm done, I'm running away.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
So being able to teach your little one how to fall asleep, giving them that skill to be able to put them into the crib, and then for them to kind of like babble a little bit, roll over and grab their little stuffy and fall asleep can make a huge difference in your life, in your little one's life. Then knowing that they're getting that quality sleep that they need as well to learn, to develop, to continue growing. So, I mean, across the board, sleep is super important, but that skill to be able to fall asleep independently can really take all of those sleep challenges and give you consistency and predictability and that schedule.
It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect because they are children. So there will be days where, some days will be great and other days won't be as great. They are children, so it's to be expected. But for the most part, it gives you that consistency, that
day-to-day relief, of knowing,
that relief from the overwhelm of having to function on little sleep every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when teaching a baby how to fall asleep on their own, does this, it's not as easy as it sounds that you just put your baby into their bed and they'll fall asleep. There is some teaching that goes along with that, and that's what Pam and I are here for. We set you up with a plan. We
Guide you through each step.
guide you through each step of that plan. Follow your logs so that we can see if there's anything within your day that needs to be changed as you're implementing this. And then, you have us there for you to ask any questions as they arise, and we're there to support you through this so that you can feel more confident about how to deal with your child's sleep in the end. That is our ultimate goal, is to help parents feel confident about how to deal with their child's sleep. So that's what we really work on. If you are exhausted and just ready to make some changes with sleep.
Or if you're just ready to make changes. If you've spent the last 6 months or 8 months, anything above 4 months, we can teach independent sleep. So if you're just at that point where you're like, okay, you know what, I think we just need to take that next step now. Things are going okay, but we just need to take that next step, teach you how to be able to fall asleep on your own. I'm now no longer bouncing on the bouncy ball for an hour and a half before putting you into your bed. Fingers crossed you stay asleep. That's where we come in. That's what we can help with.
So don't hesitate to reach out to us if you would like to speak to us. We do offer free 15-minute consultations to learn more about our services, our approach, how we can help, and our different options that we have for families, because it's not just one option that we offer. We offer a few different things for different families based on your needs.
Absolutely.
So don't hesitate to reach out. info@restfulparenting.com.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.